my throne. They couldn't build their own. They can't believe my growth. They see the change.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. And I hope you guys enjoy Avatar, because in this series we're going to be talking about the elements and all the fire, water, earth, airbending. But in this episode we're specifically going to be talking about airbending, okay? Airbending, yay, and how it relates to astrology and the air element and signs, okay? But as I started studying astrology, I started making connections between, the elements we saw in Avatar and how it connects to the elements in astrology and how we actually airbend in real life, okay? So the first thing to understand with airbending is the air element, okay? Air deals with mental energy, okay? This is about the mind. This is about your thoughts. This is about communicating your thoughts. This is about mentally processing your thoughts. This is about how we use our mind, how we learn, how we use logic, okay? How we use our damn brains, okay? And then this leads into communication, talking, speaking, communicating, connecting, all that type of stuff. So it deals with systems, logic. And the first thing to look at is the first air sign, which is Gemini, okay? Gemini is all about communicating, using the brain, using the mind to logically understand the world, okay? This is how we operate as a system, as each individually, okay? So when you're dealing with Gemini, Gemini is all about using the mind, communicating, talking, speaking, learning facts, learning language, skills, how we operate, okay? How we operate as a system, okay? In logical terms. So when it comes to Gemini, airbending is communicating, talking. When you're speaking to other people, you're airbending, okay? Straight off the bat. Talking to people, communicating with people, sending messages to people, you are airbending, okay? When you have your phone and you're texting someone, you're airbending. Airbending. Communication is airbending. This is so important because Gemini is the first air sign. So when you want to look at the general terms of air energy, look into Gemini. Communication. Using your mind, interpreting, using your mind logically, okay? Learning how to receive and retain information. You're airbending, okay? When you go to school, you're learning facts and you are airbending, okay? Memorizing information, all that type of stuff, using your brain, using your logic, you are airbending, okay? Communicating, making friends and connections, okay? This is very much Gemini. Gemini is the social communicator. It's the first air sign. It deals with all types and no discrimination when it comes to communication. Okay, so connecting with people, making connections with people, you are airbending, okay? And these connections are different. Okay, when we talked about connecting in the water bending video, it was about the emotional connecting, okay? This connecting, when we talk about in the air, we're talking about mental connections, okay? Mental connections. They're not emotional, okay? If you leave this person, you're not going to start crying. That's with mental. Mental is more logical, okay? It's of convenience. It has to make logical sense. It could just be from pure association. I know you because you're my neighbor. There's not a deep emotional connection there, but just because you live next to me, I know you and I see you, therefore that's the connection. That is mental connection. There's no emotional energy with it. It's just strictly mental. It's just literally, you live next to me. I know you. I see you. So that's it. I don't have any strong feelings for you. That's water, emotional. But yes, connecting to people mentally is airbending. That's all Gemini. It's all communication, learning. I'm going to school, education. That's all airbending. Being able to retain, learn information, remember it. Okay, your thought patterns, the thought processes, how you mentally process things. All airbending. Reading, writing, spelling. You are airbending. The next sign the next air sign is Libra, okay? Libra is the next airbender, and Libra deals with balance, okay? So when we saw in Gemini started off with just communicating with everyone, but with Libra is trying to create these relationships. So in order to do that, you have to start balancing. So where Gemini, there was no discrimination, Libra, it's like, all right, let's take all this communication, let's start creating connections, let's start connecting. That's why Libra rules relationships. But it's deeper than relationships, it's a balancing act, okay? So when we get partners, when we find our partners, okay, we are airbending, okay? And it's not even necessarily the romance that's airbending, okay? It's not necessarily, it's the partnership. It's how you balance yourself out. So if I'm a very introverted person, you know, and I'm shy, I might date someone who's very extroverted, okay? That is the balance, that's the partnership, that's the connection, that's the mental energy, and that is the airbending. Because again, airbending is mental energy, and mental energy is using logic. What is Libra doing? Using logic to balance themselves. It's the balancer. So, and it's not just with people in our relationships, but it's also with the way we make decisions, okay? It's how we think about everything. It's how we connect the ideas in our world. So, you know, once we start making relationships with our ideas and our thoughts, we are airbending, okay? So this is another form of airbending. It's that yin and yang energy. It's balancing ideas, you know. Libra also rules, like, you know, the justice system and what's justful, what's right, okay? When we try to balance things out by making it fair, we are airbending, okay? This is all mental energy. It's a balancing act. And yes, when you're dating someone, your partners, that's airbending, because you're finding your match. You're finding your balance. You're finding your match. So, again, airbending is mental energy. The next sign will be Aquarius, okay? Aquarius is the next air sign. And with Aquarius, it's not dealing with just relationships and communication. It's dealing with society at large, connecting with society at large, understanding the big mental ideas, okay? What the collective is thinking out of large. So when you saw with Gemini and Libra, it was dealing with, you know, relationships and connecting with people. But with Aquarius wants to see the bigger picture. It wants to see society at large. How is society doing as a collective? How do we connect to society? And the way we connect to society is, you know, like we said, through, you know, communication, through our phones, but also through the internet, okay, through social networking, okay, through big networking. When you are networking, okay, we're getting to Aquarius now. When you're networking, okay, connecting to society at large, you are air bending, okay? Social networks, social media, all that type of connections through the internet, all that type of wide connecting to the message in the large collective. You are air bending, okay? Technology, you know, technology is built through mental energy. This is how we use our minds and think outside the box and reinvent, okay? All this using your mind to even create technology and these new inventions. You are air bending, coming up with ideas, thinking outside the box, inventing. All of that is mental energy. You are air bending. This is all air bending, connecting to people, all of that, social. And then when you look at all the signs, when you look at airbending, it is a social energy. So socializing and connecting, that's all airbending, and you see it throughout, whether it be through your phone, whether it be through communicating through your phone, through the internet, through technology, whatever it is, all of this is airbending. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, okay? Because there is a strong connection between, you know, the elements and energy and what we're actually doing in reality. So we might not look as cool as the airbenders on the show, But trust and believe me, we are airbending as humans. And I hope you guys like the idea of how it actually looks like in reality. So I hope you guys enjoyed that and be back for some more. And if you enjoyed this video, please book a reading with me, okay? I do astral readings as well as tarot. And all you have to do is email me in the description box below, and we could go forward with that. Also, check out my music. I also have the links in the description box below. And I'll check you guys out for the next video.